Welcome everyone to the Russellville Christmas Parade 2019. Through the downtown area of Russellville, before a tremendous crowd this year, and pretty well some ideal weather conditions for everybody to get out and enjoy the parade this year in Russellville. You know, the Russellville Christmas Parade is one of Arkansas's largest, longest, and best. And we welcome you into the annual telecast of the Russellville Christmas Parade. And I'll say again, the weather conditions just absolutely near perfect so that the parents and everyone can get out and see them along the roadway awaiting the parade this year. And the parade is begun with the presentation of the colors by the color guard from the ROTC department. So that's the way we begin this year's parade. And here is the Citizen of the Year, my good buddy, Billy Newton. Billy Newton, guy, former Cyclone football player, former baseball coach. He's got Newton's Pharmacy for years and years and years, and of course the Old Bank Bar and Grill downtown. Billy Newton, the Citizen of the Year. Here is Kara Dickens, who is Miss Arkansas Tech University, representing our great university here in Russellville. That's Kara Dickens, Miss Arkansas Tech. And here they are, the pride of Russellville. This is the Russellville High School Marching Band. Look at those great outfits for the flag line, and of course the great sound of one of Arkansas's finest high school bands, the Russellville High School Band. Next we have the Roller Girls. This is the Russellville Roller Girls. Lots of you remember the days of roller derby, and these gals are continuing that exactly with a group of Russellville Roller Girls. Well, coming up next, we have a couple of gals here. Penelope Tyndall, the Filipino-American queen. She's in this particular truck there in the back. You can see both the gals. And the other gal is Isabella Glover Ward, the Main Street Mission Photo Supreme queen. So we've got lots of beauty in this year's parade. Kinley Carruthers, the Tiny Miss Mount Nebo runner-up, is also in the parade. And here is the Disabled American Veterans Chapter 27 van. What an important part to our veterans that this van pays each and every day, all year long, transporting veterans to their doctor's appointments at the VA in Little Rock. And here, as you can see, is a display from the Lake Dardanelle Composite Squadron Civil Air Patrol. Now, I want this. I'll guarantee I want this plane. That is something else. Sure is. This is the last part of the Civil Air Patrol right here. As we see there's the City Corps coming into view. They bring us, of course, your water service throughout the Russellville area. And they have a brand new building over on South Arkansas, which they've just remodeled for all their big trucks. I talked to Steve Mallett and to Larry Collins about that, and they're real proud of their new building there in the 600 block of South Arkansas. Look at all the kids there on the float, of course, for Russellville City Corporation. Here's our Diamond Miss Royalty. Sophia Dykes there, the Little Miss Nebo. Next, the Area Agency on Aging with their float for this year's parade. A lot of beautiful parade floats for this 2019 parade. And here's an old-time house. Looks like they all have everything set up for Santa to appear. And now my good buddies over at Pope County EMS, Emergency Management and Medical Services. The Pope County EMS, one of the great ambulance services in the state of Arkansas. And next up is the first place award winner in the non-profit division. Look at this beautiful float. Boy, they put a lot of work into this. And the crowd really appreciates it. And the kids along the side are waiting for all that candy to be thrown, right? Yes, that's right. This is Boast Adult Development Center. And it says, of course, Christmas and beyond. Yes, Christmas and beyond. What a great float. That's from Boast Adult Development Center. Next, we have the first place in the commercial division. Coming into view, again, this year's parade brought to you by IMC Studios Incorporated. Looks like some steam coming up. And of course, this is the great people from Pet Solutions. Pet Solutions, you know, our pets like to enjoy the holidays too. They certainly do. Next up is the Pope County OEM Search and Rescue Bunch. Justin Drittler, my buddy Bill Teeter, and all those guys with the Pope County Emergency Management. There's one of the boats they use for marine rescue, for search and rescue. With all the kids, they've been rescued just in time for Christmas, right? And some more of their search and rescue gear. Another one of their big boats. They're really proud of this one. They've just gotten this boat in not too long ago, and we hope we don't have to use it, but with Lake Dardanelle, etc. out there, if we need a response from search and rescue there, they have the equipment to do it. Here's the Pope County Bookmobile. What a tradition the Bookmobile has been throughout the Arkansas River Valley, providing books, bringing the books to you, to the kids, to the adults. The Pope County Library System, including, of course, the wonderful Pope County Library. IMC Studios is your presenter for this year's parade. We appreciate them making it possible for you to see all the units, all the fanfare of this year's parade. Here's the Filipino-American community. What a wonderful gathering. Those who have a Filipino-American heritage marching together. And that's a wonderful thing right there. Merry Christmas. Some more kids on the back of a beautifully decorated, wonderful float. One of many, many, many dozens in this year's 2019 Christmas parade. You can see the tremendous crowd in downtown Russellville. You can see 4, 5, 6 deep. Everyone wanting to get a great view of all the units in this year's parade. And I'll say again, last year, if you remember, it was really, really cold. This year, a lot nicer for everyone to get out and enjoy the parade here in Russellville. Next unit we have for you is Celeste Williams for Russellville. Celeste Williams for Russellville. You can see her banner there and the truck coming up next. The trucks even are decorated with flashing lights. Next into view, much more of this year's 2019 Russellville Christmas Parade. So many units so many different profit and nonprofit agencies wanting to show off their pride of Russellville and be a part of this tremendous Christmas parade. These are your energy employees research, or resource it is actually, groups from Energy and Arkansas Nuclear One. And here's the River Valley chapter of the Ozark Off-Road Cyclists. There they are, boys. Now these guys got some fancy bicycles. And they enjoyed going and cycling. There they've got some kids along for the ride as they cycle their way through downtown Russellville. Second place nonprofit in this year's Russellville Christmas Parade. And that's from the Russellville Missionary Baptist Church. You can see it says right there on the roadside, "I am the way." These kids enjoying being a part of the parade, not just watching the parade, but being a big part of the parade. Next, we have up for you the Green Heart Exchange Student Program. You can see all of the different national flags that are being presented. I believe that's the Japanese flag there to your right. And so all of the international exchange students that are here visiting with us in the Russellville area got themselves together for a great unit to march in this year's 2019 Russellville Christmas Parade. Hope you're enjoying it. We're glad to bring it to you each and every year. This way you have not only an opportunity to see the parade in case you were not able to come out for the Christmas parade itself, you can enjoy it by watching it right here with IMC Studios. And then for those of you that maybe were participating in the parade and didn't get to see the rest of the parade, here's a way for you to see all the parade at one time. Or, hey, if you want to go back and see the parade again and see some of your favorite units that you saw in this year's parade, well, you get a chance to see them all over again. Well, our next unit is the U.S. Forest Service, and of course, you know what that means. Smokey Bear, yes sir, you can prevent forest fires. Smokey Bear, all of the tremendous forest fires that there have been, particularly out in the west this year, very devastating to both homes and people's lives. Smokey Bear and the U.S. Forest Service, amongst others, there to help prevent forest fires. Next up, coming into view, another great unit. I believe that's Woodsy Owl right there, again from the U.S. Forest Service, who is waving to the crowd, a part of this year's parade. And I hear some great music, and that has to mean the Russellville Junior High School Whirlwind Marching Band. Yes, here they come into full view. You know, I keep talking about our marching band units as being amongst the best in the state, and it's just true. The Russellville High School Band, the Russellville Junior High School Band, both acknowledged as among the very best in the state of Arkansas. Again, the Russellville Junior High School Marching Whirlwind Band. Flag line and everyone dressed up for Christmas. You know, this parade is the kickoff for the parade. We've just finished with Black Friday, and look what comes into view but the longest limo I believe I have ever seen. Holy cow. Next coming into view is a grand prize winner. Yes, indeed. It's St. Mary's Regional Medical Center. The people at St. Mary's dedicated to helping everyone in the Arkansas River Valley to have a healthy lifestyle, and also to help when we need the hospital for all kinds of tests, and also if you need to be in the hospital to get things squared around, that's what they're there for. And look at, they're all dressed up. That looks like the Grinch right there. How'd he get in here? Folks there, you can see the kids are, they're looking for them, those people that are along the roadways throwing out candy to all the kids. They really look forward to that. More folks dressed up for parading through downtown Russellville. We have more folks from St. Mary's Regional Medical Center. Isn't this a beautiful float? St. Mary's. There's their banner. And let's see, coming into view, we have, yes indeed, we've got some marching guys here, and gals, I presume. This is the Russellville High School Junior ROTC program. You hear the cadence being called out. Junior ROTC, thanks for your service and thanks for being a part of this year's Russellville Christmas Parade. And here is Lee Ann's Fine Jewelry, located on Forestry in Russellville. Beautiful jewelry and a beautiful float for this year's Christmas Parade. The 2019 Russellville Christmas Parade, one of Arkansas's largest and, of course, best. Here's James Dunham. James is a candidate for circuit judge. James is. He's a local attorney. And James, of course, with a float there in the parade. And look what's coming after that. Well, yes, the puppy dog, too. But look at the size of this trailer, and James Dunham's big flashing banner on the side of the trailer. James Dunham says, fair, ethical, experienced for circuit judge. That's District 5, Division 1. James Dunham, he knows where the voters can see him, all in one place. That, of course, is the Russellville Christmas Parade. Next up for us is the First Cumberland Presbyterian Church, located on North Arkansas Avenue with a big Holy Bible opened across at the other end of the float. A beautiful float and rendition for this time of the year. Next we have Layla Bell Weavers. She is the Miss Natural State Junior Princess. Got her red mittens on, waving to the crowd. Once again, that's Layla Bell Weavers. And here's Sign Hub with the old jalopy. All lit up for Christmas, though, the people from Sign Hub. And here's Aaron's Furniture, Electronics, Appliances. Own it. From Aaron's, located at Knoxville and East Main in Russellville. And what would a parade be without several fire trucks? And these are my good buddies. I was just down there with them a couple of weeks ago. The Atkins Fire Department. They, of course, took part in their own Christmas parade at Atkins, now coming up here to Russellville to be a part of that. Thank you, Atkins, for being a part of this year's Russellville Christmas Parade. Next float is the Apostolic Gospel Tabernacle. Look, we've got some shepherds on this particular float and some angels, yes. Beautiful floats in this year's parade. And here's Pat Holt. Waving to the crowd. Boy, look at this fancy old-time pickup truck. And we've got another one. This one, of course, with Whacker's Body Shop. Another old time. Boy, look at how shiny they got those vehicles, all these antique vehicles in this year's parade. We appreciate them taking part in this year's parade, and I know everybody, oh, look out here, now we're gonna have some trouble. Look at this pink one right here. Look at the lights underneath, look at the flames coming out the back. That's the Valley Antique Auto Club, all those particular entries in this year's parade. Some of those look like, like Al Capone or someone could jump out of some of those, you think? All right, here is the unit, the pickup truck that says re-elect Judge Pearson. So remember that name when you go to the polls. Judge Pearson for re-election. American Dream Realty. Of course, when you need a home or help with your housing, American Dream Realty, those are the people to see. And thank you for a wonderful float in this year's parade. Hope you're enjoying the Christmas Parade 2019, brought to you by IMC Studios. Here's the group, the Pope County Law Enforcement Explorer Post number 58. Now, these are guys who have been in Boy Scouts. It's a little older. Usually these are late high school, early college guys. And a great job as they continue the scouting tradition. There's a unit from the Pope County Sheriff's Department. Shane Jones, of course, our good sheriff. And there's a state trooper from the Arkansas State Police, Troop J, in this year's parade. Happy to have them. And happy that they're there to serve and protect. Coming up the next float, Girl Scout Sisters Service Unit. Kids having a ball, marching along in this year's parade. And look, for some, they even get to have a wagon ride. Our next unit and float comes to us from the great people from Delta Pest Control. Yes. Now the creature was stirring, not even a mouse. You see the reference there? How Delta Pest Control, Delta Pest treated the house. So that's why there isn't even a mouse. Thanks to Delta Pest Control. The 2019 Russellville Christmas Parade, and here are the great people from Legends Resort and Casino. Now have offices here in Russellville, looking forward to a casino being built in the Russellville and Pope County area. Here they are with one of their vehicles also. That's why they're here, promoting that possibility. Legends. And here's the third place non-profit entry for this year's parade. He comes to us from St. John's Catholic Church. Yes, great people out on West Main for the St. John's Catholic Church and School. They're singing their hearts out. Look there. They got it all choreographed down and everything. And there's some more. Look at these angels. Wonderful. That's something they will never forget, being a part of the Russellville Christmas Parade. Oh, come let us adore him. You could hear in the background. Lots of great Christmas music being heard. And now coming into view for this year's parade is the Cub Scouts. This is Cub Scout pack number 210. All dressed out in their Boy Scout gear, marching together as a unit. Now here's some guys that really enjoy camping, doing service projects throughout the community. We thank them for all that they do. The Cub Scout pack, Boy Scouts, all of that here in the Arkansas River Valley. Here's Miller Roofing. Miller Roofing, located over there on South Arkansas Avenue. Big red truck, you see it around town quite a bit, and here is their float for this year's parade. Miller Roofing. I believe that's a gingerbread house. Wouldn't you love to have just a corner there to kind of chew on for a while? Here's Rhonda James, the River Valley Got Talent 2019 champion. Yes. This is Alpha Countertops. If you need countertops for your home, it says here, rock this Christmas with Alpha Countertops. So if you need quartz or marble tops in your home, those are the folks to see. And next, the Promenade Point Dance Company of Russellville. These dancing gals, they've performed at halftime of Arkansas Tech basketball games in the past. They're dancing away, the Promenade Point Dance Company. Oh, I hear another band coming into view, and yes, the majorettes and flag line all dressed up for Christmas. This is the Dover High School Marching Band from Dover, Arkansas, just north of Russellville. I got several of their instruments all lit up with flashing lights and Christmas lights. The Midnight Brigade. Again, our thanks for Dover being a part of this year's Russellville Christmas Parade. And speaking of the Dover area, well, how about Moreland? Here's the Moreland Fire Department. The guys at Moreland, with their kids all riding on the fire truck. What a treat for these kids to be able to ride high atop the fire truck and be a part of this year's parade. Moreland Fire Department. Next, we move on to another great float. This is Welcome Hill Assembly of God Church. Welcome Hill Assembly of God Church. Beautiful Star of Christmas. A couple of Christmas trees on there. And they brought their guitars along for a little musical. What a glorious night. Yes, it certainly was that Christmas night, and certainly is tonight for the Christmas parade. Thank you, Welcome Hill Assembly of God Church. Next, we have the Valley Christian School. Look at the size of this contingent. We got a bunch of folks from Valley Christian School. There's a Christmas tree. Lots of the youngsters riding along. That's the preschool bunch. Now we got some more toward the back and a bunch more walking along. Boy, what a big group. Great participation from Valley Christian School. And here's the good people from Hodges Towing and Recovery. Yes, when you need them, they're there. Need to be pulled out because of the mud or some other problems. These are the guys that can do it. Look at the size of this tow truck. I mean, if those big rigs get in trouble, no problem for Hodges 24-hour-a-day service. Hodges Towing and Recovery. Now, you know we had Arkansas Nuclear 1 on a little while ago, but here is Energy also in this year's parade. There's a big Santa Claus for all the kids. The kids are riding on the float. A big lamppost, waving to everyone, dressed up with looks like a bunch of presents for Christmas from the great people at Energy. Next is A&D Tire Center, located on Knoxville in Russellville. Having a big time on the back of this year's Christmas parade float. Looks like they're right near the North Pole. Well, they can get an early start at talking to Santa. Here's Arkansas Restoration Services. If you need them, I guarantee you, for smoke, fire, for water damage, if you have a fire, other things that occur, these are the people who help restore it back to normal. Your life back to normal. Arkansas Restoration Services of Russellville with 24-hour emergency services. They've been a part of the Arkansas River Valley for decades. Arkansas Restoration Services. Oh, yes. Oh, we got, look at the lights on the front of this fire truck. Oh my goodness. It's the Pottsville Fire Department. Yes, indeed. Blowing that siren, flashing those lights, and the kids having a great time on this year's parade float from Pottsville. Here you go, there's a big tree. It looks like it's just about to be taken in to be a Christmas tree for this year. Here's Santa's Choice. In this year's parade, a beautiful float for the Christmas parade. And here, ladies and gentlemen, is the Pottsville High School Marching Band, the Marching Apache Band. Good sound from everybody. And here is the Pope County majority urging everyone to vote. And next, another fire truck for this year's parade. This is Crow Mountain, the Crow Mountain Fire Department. All of these rural departments do a great job protecting us here in the Arkansas River Valley, and great job there from the great guys at the Crow Mountain Fire Department. Next we have Zendaya Garcia, the Toddler Miss Pope County Fair Queen for 2019. That's Zendaya Garcia. There she is. here is your 2020 USA National Miss Pope County Princess, Braylon Page Fiore, also riding in this year's parade. Got to have a lot of these beauty queens in the parade, you bet. Friendship Pediatric Services is your next unit, with lots of kids riding, and adults too, having a great time riding on this year's parade. And of course, the Pediatric Services are located over on Russell Road. Here's Blakely Tidwell, the Little Miss Speedway. Little Miss Speedway. Isn't she a cutie? Speaking of Speedway, here we have some units from the Centerville Speedway track. These are the track champions for this year. These are all stock cars that have been running over at the Centerville Raceway. These are some of the champions for this year's racing season. You talk about some guys and gals who can tear it up, let me tell you. They are ready to rock and roll. At the Centerville Raceway, there is a need for speed. That's for sure. Here's Tracer Communications. Coming up will be next for us after we have the final of our stock cars roll by. This is the third place commercial division winner, and it is from Tracer Communications Incorporated. Beautiful strings of light, and it says there it is at Santa's Workshop. Very busy this time of year getting all those last-minute Christmas toys and presents ready to go. Second place commercial division coming up next. And this is Mize Windsor Overhead Door Company. Yes, Windsor Door Company. Been in Arkansas River Valley for a long time. And there they are all dressed up. It looks like Snow White there on this year's parade. Next, we have another beauty queen for you. This is Callie Geiger, our Little Miss Universal, Miss Arkansas. Waving to the crowd and enjoying being in this year's parade. And this is the Journey Church with their entrance in this year's parade. Look at those beautiful lights. And lots of kiddos. Well, there's some of the characters from Frozen on this year's Journey Church float. All a part of the 2019 Christmas parade in Russellville. Now here he is. Here's the big guy. This is Tusk 5. This is the Arkansas Razorback live mascot. There you see him. That's that big Razorback hog. Supporting those Razorbacks. We're now into the basketball season, and basketball teams doing pretty doggone good. Here is the Linker Mountain Fire Department, another of our great rural fire departments. Thank you guys and gals for being a part of this year's parade. More fire department unit. That from the Russellville Fire Department. And now we've got all kinds of wonderful horses, including Mackenzie Bartlett, the Arkansas State Fair Junior Livestock Queen. We're proud of her. And all of the great horse people of the Arkansas River Valley who enjoy their equine partners. And these horses getting a chance to be a part of this year's parade along with their riders and everybody decked with light displays and all that. Look at this. Oh, that's a beautiful buggy being driven along in this year's parade. This is from Pennington Farms. And look who I see coming up next. Oh my goodness. It's the RV Carriage Company. RV Carriage Company. And there is Santa. He's here. He has made his appearance to kick off the Christmas season for here in the Arkansas River Valley. Look at that beautiful, look at those horses. What a beautiful carriage. Like something out of Cinderella, isn't it? Except this year it's got Santa aboard. Can't be any better than that. Santa Claus. And folks, thank you so much for watching, being a part of this year's Russellville Christmas Parade 2019. Brought to you by the City of Russellville Parks and Recreation and IMC Studios. Produced by John Montgomery and edited by John Montgomery. With special thanks to Rob Harrell at Sudden Link and Italian Gardens. Merry Christmas, everyone!